And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Cameron Woolley Show. With me is Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody?
And I'm Cameron Woolley.
Yeah.
So we are in the midst of a lot of things.
This I love this, man. This is
Man.
I was gonna say this is my favorite time of the year. Everything's all the schedules are all whacked out now, but
Yeah.
I think we've had a lot of things converge this week, and I'm pretty excited about it. Again, as we've discussed over maybe the last 4 weeks, a lot of ups and downs, especially in your fandom world. Since I pretty much follow teams that don't make the playoffs or aren't as skilled as the teams that
Or rebuilding.
I kind of get to look on this from the outside, and although I won't admit it, I am kind of a little bit rooting for your favorite teams here. Although I shouldn't admit that, but we'll get to that. Where do we start? We got NHL, we got NFL, we got MLB.
God. Well, NFL, I'm just gonna give a brief little summary. So the Giants lost again to the LA Rams. I will say the defense did actually play. The defense played great. I will just straight up say it. The defense played great against one of the hottest offenses in football.
Yeah, not bad. They didn't win, but
they didn't win. Of course, they did. They won't win. The Giants,
did
they win?
They didn't win, and there's maybe a little hope at the end, like a little sparkle.
I remember saying, Jones is going on a drive.
It could have happened. And
yeah, there was a little bit.
And I know you're pretty pessimistic, but it could have come down to this last drive.
When it's the Giants, I'm a realist when I'm being a pessimist.
I know, but that last drive, it could have happened. It could have scored.
Like I'm sitting there, I'm like, they're going to lose something. And then Daniel Jones just makes another stupid decision. Throws a pick when he had Narnia in front of him.
Right.
To run, and he ran the ball really well all game. This is actually the first game of the year where the run game actually did something.
It was decent. And unfortunately, without one of the best running backs in the league, I don't know what his prognosis is. You can update on that.
Torn. The ACL's still torn.
Right. May he be back probably this year? No. And why waste? Why speed him up? There's no reason to.
Yeah, there's no reason. It's not like they're even a moderate. That's not even like they're mid-tier.
Right. Gallman, 6 carries, 45 yards. Daniel Jones adding to his team leading. He's leading the team in rushing at 6 carries, also 45 yards. And the newly signed Devonta Freeman, 11 carries, 33 yards. And Deion Lewis board had a carry each. So you gotta give them some. You gotta give. They contributed.
Yeah, I think they're kind of going with a running back by committee system now that Barkley's out, and I thought Freeman would have taken the brunt of the carries. Apparently.
By
Gallman, maybe.
He is taking the brunt of the carries. He's just not doing much with them.
3
yards per carry average.
There's a reason this guy went unsigned for so long.
I don't want to brag or nothing. I'm pretty fast. I'm thinking me or you could probably get 3 yards per carry at this point.
Well, I could probably just lower my shoulder and pedal my legs, and I'd probably at least
follow the blockers, right?
Yeah, follow the blockers. Okay.
Although
they block?
Although that offensive line
following the blockers, there are no blockers.
What do you have anything to say about this offensive line?
What I say every year. What I say every year about the offensive line. It's the same goddamn song and dance every single year, man.
I see a lot of hurries. I don't. How many sacks? 3 sacks or?
The offensive line, when Matt Pert was put in for Cam Fleming, I think they started playing a little better. Andrew Thomas still isn't bad. Andrew Thomas has actually been good. I do like Andrew Thomas. But again, it's just so much. It's like one guy can make the whole unit look bad. That's the offensive line. All guys need to be.
So they're as good as their worst linemen, is what you're telling me.
Yes. It needs to be an all systems go system.
Right.
With the offensive line.
Okay, and they're not firing on all cylinders, obviously. Yeah, I see. Daniel Jones looks to be under duress most of the time, and to me. A lot of hurries,
Poor bastard. But
and I mean,
poor bastard. But I mean, he hasn't taken that next step that I wanted him to take.
right. Well, it's tough when you're running around all of God's green earth, though,
Yeah,
trying to
I
throw the
know.
ball to, and
Trying to throw the ball to Damian Ratley.
right. It's tough when you can't get set, is what I'm saying. But I mean, I'm just saying stuff that everybody knows.
Yeah, just like a bunch of our stuff. Again, same stuff, man. It's going to be the same thing with the Giants every game, every week this year. Like, I don't even know why I still cover them. But it's
And Jones did fumble once, correct? He recovered it, but
I
that
think, yes. And he threw the interception, so he got his turnover and
he did his ration,
Yeah.
his allotment for the
for the his turnover for the football gods, I guess.
Yeah,
Anyways,
okay.
I don't want to talk about the Giants.
Okay.
Let's get to
More positive?
More positive, but not what you think. The NHL draft.
Yes. Talk about a little positivity this week. This is a week that hockey fans wait usually till mid-year for. Of course, had to be pushed back a little bit. But Devils fans, especially excited.
We had a
multiple first-round
We were going to
picks.
have a busy night last night. We knew what it was going to be. And they had picks 7, 18, and 20.
Yeah.
And at number 7, 7 and 18, I think Fitzgerald nailed both of those picks.
I mean, he better have nailed them, first of all.
At number 7, okay, from
But-
perspective right now, I think he did really well on 7 and 18. At number 7, he took a guy that I've been championing for the last couple months.
Finally, the Devils listened to you. Finally.
Yeah, finally.
This rarely happens.
The Devils took Swedish left winger, seasoned in the Swedish Pro League, potential first-line goal scorer Alex Holtz at number 7, who I don't know what else we can say about him. He's
18 years old, 6 feet, 192 pounds, shoots right, 35 goals, 9 goals, 7 assists, 35 games played. He's
in the SHL and in the Swedish
in the
Pro
Swedish
League.
Pro League. He's 18. And
18 years old. Like I've seen highlights of him. He's already got a zip of a shot, dude.
I saw this. I went right after they made that pick. I went right to YouTube, looked up the highlights. Dude's got a mean wrist shot. It's like you don't even see it coming.
And having that in the future next to either one of Jack Hughes or Nico Hischier could be so nasty.
Right.
Like, think of it. Really think of it. Imagine Jack Hughes in a rush down the wing. Gets into the zone, dances around in the corner, doing whatever he does, moving the puck around defenders like he usually does.
Yes.
And finds an open Alex Holtz on top of the circle.
Bam.
Whoosh.
Bam. A lot of those shots, it looked like the goalie was like, what the hell just happened? Stunned. And that puck went by him so quick that it was unperceivable to the human eye. And
yeah, dude. Well, I'm very much looking forward to seeing what he can bring to not only prospect camp but preseason.
Yeah.
I really want to see him in preseason, or they could go the Patterson route and just. I feel like they are going to go the Patterson route with him because we saw how well that worked. I feel like he's going to play another year in the SHL before he's going to skip the minor leagues because I feel like the SHL is a better development league.
Right.
I think I've seen that the European leagues are more well seasoned than
I think the competition is better there.
Than the AHL. It's younger.
It's
younger too,
faster. And you better if you gotta pick it up quick there. You're not gonna survive. You gotta learn quick there.
Yeah, and I think once Holtz makes that next jump in the SHL, he'll then in the 21-22 season, Holtz he'll be up with the big boys playing with probably either one of Nico Hischier, Jack Hughes, or number 18 overall
go to
pick,
number 18.
Dawson Mercer. Yeah, we liking that? We liking that? Dawson Mercer. Really, really simple pick, just a no-brainer. They didn't have to go too far. They didn't have to go across the Atlantic for this one. He played for.
Wow, I was like, they gotta get it. They gotta get one Canadian in this first round,
Yeah,
right?
good
And
old Canadian boy.
Good old.
They got good old Canadian centerman Dawson Mercer. He in 42 games last year,
24
he scored
goals,
24 goals, 36 assists.
That's pretty ridiculous. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
You gotta love those big, high double-digit numbers. 18 years old, 6 feet, 180 pounds, right shot. Yeah, and Canadian to boot. I give extra points for that.
Yeah, good old Canadian boy. Good old Canadian boy. Don't hurt.
Yeah,
Don't hurt.
I've taken several trips to Canada and just kind of drive around some of these Canadian towns. Instead of how in America you get maybe a couple basketball hoops in the driveway. Canada, every driveway
has a hockey net. Hockey net, yeah.
Hockey net. You were born with a stick in your hands. That's
Yeah, you were born with stick and skates, and I've heard that Mercer, and this is the part that really jumped out for me.
Okay.
To him. I don't like to look at player comparisons too much. But he says he really wants to model his game after Patrice Bergeron.
Okay, not a bad role model. Not a bad role model.
Absolutely. And if he doesn't play at center, he will probably
shift over to one of the wing.
Yeah, he can shift over to right wing.
Yeah.
It's saying that on ESPN that he's most likely to play in the QMJHL this year, which I don't mind. He's a little undersized, 108 pounds, might need to bulk up a little bit if he wants to play center at the NHL level. We've seen what that we learned with Jack Hughes, what that jump when you're undersized.
You're gonna get pushed around. I mean, we have a pretty good analogy right here. If I was center and you were playing D, it's gonna be tough for me to get past you. Like.
Oh yeah, like as much as
it's just, like what? Yeah,
as easy as it is to push over. Oh, well, size. He's a big guy. Like, I know you sound like a dinosaur. You sound like Mike Babcock, Don Cherry, whatever kind of fossilized hockey brain you are. But whatever it is, size is important.
Sure. Say you were to stand here and prevent me from going through this doorway. You're preventing me from going through that doorway. There's nothing I could do to. It's gonna be tough. Like, I could be sneaky. Maybe I could whip through there real fast. Maybe a little element of surprise. But if I got 10 tries, I might get through once. And that's it's the same thing with hockey. Much higher level. They're not going through doorways and they're on skates and they're skating at a million miles an hour,
like 20 miles an hour
with a stick and a puck on that stick. It's much more skilled.
Like trying to do that hand-eye. And trying to work around. I do think another year in the CHL could be good for Mercer because, again, we've seen the size 180 pounds. That's not really optimal at the NHL level. Hell, the Jack Hughes is even more undersized. And
they need some of that Cartman weight gain 9,000, man. He's like, are you a 90-pound weakling? I'm 90 pounds. Like, I'm 90 pounds. Beefcake.
Yeah, they gotta. They just gotta give him a couple of beefcake years, and he'll be back up. He'll be bulked up, either playing center or wing. I feel like they'll try to shift him over the wing because having 3 young centers, I was more confused when I saw center. I'm like, what center? They already have Hischier and Hughes. And they've got McLeod, who's more looking like a lost cause rather than. I feel like he could maybe possibly turn into a little something. Maybe Pavel. They also got Pavel Zacha, but I think he's more fill on the wing. I think Zacha, for the role he's in, is perfectly fine. He is.
Well, if he works at center, awesome. If not, shift him over to the wing. Also awesome.
Yeah, where you could play with either Hischier or Hughes.
Right.
Just a solid middle six guy from what I've heard.
I just I want to see more offense. Always.
Yeah, definitely.
And we saw some offense last year. Unfortunately, we saw more offense from the other team and bad defense.
God.
So the more
Speaking
goals.
of defense, let's scroll down
Number
a little
20.
bit. Shakir Mukhamadullin.
Will that fit on the back of a jersey?
Yes, they did.
They did it?
This guy, I heard he's a...
That's like Saltalamacchia?
I heard this guy is a reach. This is one of those out of the blue picks that every team has in the first round. I had no idea who this guy was. But the one thing I know is that he's a big left-hand shot defenseman.
Okay.
And he plays in the KHL.
Okay.
And the KHL part, I really like the KHL part. I also like that he's a 6'4" lurch. I also like that. I've heard that, but the biggest question that I've heard, and the big criticism that he's got is that his hockey IQ is equivalent to that of Forrest Gump. He is.
That's what I'm reading here, courtesy of ESPN.
Is dumb.
Mukhamadulin's
He is dumber than a bag of rocks.
decision making leaves a lot to be desired at this point. Is the quote I see here, which that can be taught.
I mean, but is that our decision making or hockey IQ? Because hockey IQ is kind of a natural thing.
Sure, but
because like even with Hughes, he was undersized.
Right.
He couldn't really get a lot going, but he still made the right decisions. He still made good passes, outlet passes, his transitions. If you're into the fancy stats, his transitions were really good.
I mean, I would hope is like, okay, I did this, didn't work out. I won't do that anymore. But hockey's a very fast game. You need to think on the fly and make good decisions.
You need to think on your skates, man. You gotta make decisions quick, and you gotta make good ones, because a bad decision could lead to a bad play could lead to a bad bounce could lead to the puck getting on someone else's stick, and the puck getting on someone else's stick could lead to another bad bounce, and that bad bounce could lead to another bad bounce, with bad bounces onto another guy's stick, which ends up in your own net. So
yeah, we saw that. We also saw that a lot last year. So
all the own goals.
Well, I mean, they're taking a shot at and his last name is if you have to. Do you pay by the letter when you get like jerseys? Do they charge you by the letter? So?
Oh, the seamstress has got to be having a great time.
Yeah, Chen was easy. 4 letters, no big deal. But how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 letters.
13 letters. Wow.
That's a lot. Shakir Mukhamadullin.
Yeah, Shakir Mukhamadullin. Yeah.
Welcome to the Devils.
Welcome to the Devils. I mean, he's not really gonna be. He's not going to be making an impact for another couple, like possibly 3 years. We might not even see him break the NHL roster.
Right.
But again, if they play their cards right, if he does develop well in the KHL and doesn't decide to do what a decent amount of KHL guys do and dip from the NHL and decide to stay in Russia, it's a very risky pick. It's a risky pick. It's a shot in the dark. It is absolutely I'm not gonna say it's a good pick. It's not very good. The Rangers, of course, they drafted Alexis.
Generational talent. That's
generational talent. Alexis
the word
Lafreniere.
that
a lot of people have been saying.
If Cameron could trademark that term, he would. We'll trademark it right now. I don't know if it's off for grabs, but. Generational talent.
Alexis Lafreniere, he's going to be giving us nightmares.
Fits.
He is going to be giving us nightmares. He'll probably be playing on the line with either Mika Zibanejad or Artemi Panarin. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, dude. What the hell? What kind of goddamn with Capo?
I know. What did we do wrong, Cameron Woolley? Why are we being punished like this?
Why are we being? What was it,
what
man?
What karma did we interrupt?
What was it, dude? How much did Taylor Hall's Hart Trophy cost in the eyes of the hockey
man.
What was it, man?
18 years old, 6'1", 193 pounds. Last year in the QMJHL, 52 games played, 35 goals, 77 assists.
Wow, playmaker.
over 100
playmaker.
points.
He'll be feeding the puck to. Hey, say what you want, man, but the Rangers, they did it right.
Well,
They've been they're the other New York team that actually rebuilt right.
And yeah, and they got that conditional draft pick. Oh my God! Why?
To select Braden Schneider,
Why?
who I'm hearing is a really, really good defenseman. So yeah, the Rangers, they have another good draft. They're having another good start to their offseason. Depending on when free agency starts, Kreider might be gone
Okay.
from the Rangers. Like, Kreider might be gone, but again, all that does is open up cap space.
Right. Yep.
All you do is replace Chris Kreider with Alexis Lafreniere.
Right. Yeah. Gee. What?
Oh,
It's like, hey, you're in. Like, oh, who, me? Like.
Like,
Yeah. Panarin, and then you got don't forget they got Capo.
they got
Caco
Capo
Caco is
Kako,
out
They
there.
got Cuckoo
Yeah, they got Cuckoo
for
for
Kako Puffs. I don't
Cuckoo
know.
for Stanley Cups. So
Oh my God, dude! And they got Shesterkin. Good Lord, what
Yeah.
the hell did that's? Dude, you
It's
just got
just-
At some point, you just gotta give a hand to Jeff Gordon.
sure. Well,
The only miss of a draft pick he's had is Elias Anderson.
I mean, you can't win them all, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, we've
but
seen
even
that.
then-
We've seen that. We know that firsthand.
Oh yeah, we know that first. John Quenneville, Pavel Zacha.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. Any other picks of note? You want to go down?
I mean, Byfield went to the Kings. He's gonna be good.
Yep.
Stutzel.
To the Sens.
He's really good. Lucas Raymond, I heard he's really good. He was another one of those SHL forwards. Jake Sanderson was kind of the first reach. He played for the development program last year.
Yep.
Which those guys, they need a lot of seasoning. As we know, they can't make an immediate jump.
Yep. First defenseman taken
Jake
off the
Sanderson,
board, I believe.
think, is
so.
the guy that's probably most likely to play in college out of all of these, like, U.S. guys.
That's what they're projecting.
Yeah, most likely to play in the NCAA.
And offensive defenseman. So the
He could be a solid playmaker for guys like Brady Kachuk, Thomas Chabot. He's young. The Sens are kind of rebuilding. somewhat
yeah,
well,
yeah, for
especially with Stutzel. Ducks, they took Drysdale. Nothing to complain about there.
Right. I know. Let's start buying the Holtz jerseys.
Dude, I really like Alex Holtz. I've been wanting that for the last couple years.
I'm glad they finally listened to you. I think
Finally,
this-
they listen to us.
I think this show is having an effect.
I will say, dude, Tom Fitzgerald has done a damn good job as GM so far. I am really liking what he's done.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that thing? They posted his little draft table on Instagram. They're like, if we get 1 million likes on this, we'll flip the card over. They didn't get 1 million likes. I was like, all right, we waited like everybody else to see what
Yeah.
the pick was.
Yeah.
That would have been cool if they revealed it though, what they or at least what they wanted.
They're bored.
Yeah.
Although the board was probably somewhere behind the camera.
Right.
I'd assume they still do draft boards like that on a whiteboard.
Oh yeah, yeah. Old school. Like yeah. They don't have to go fancy pants digital. What if the power goes out?
The big steal I'm hearing of the draft so far
Yeah.
is the 2 straight picks. The Minnesota Wild and Winnipeg Jets back to back. The Wild took Marco Rossi, the center, who's supposed to be a hell of a playmaker, and the Winnipeg Jets
Perfetti.
took Cole Perfetti. He was ranked 4th on
Holy crap.
ESPN's board.
Jeez, man, I love looking at these kids' numbers, man.
Well, every single first-round pick's numbers are going to be insane.
yeah,
though.
they should be
Most of the time, they're
ridiculous.
going to be point per game if they're playing in junior leagues.
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
We saw how
Lafreniere.
ridiculous Hughes' numbers were last year.
Lafreniere's points per game average 2.15. I mean,
He's a hell of a player. He is one hell of a player. I will say that much. Anyways,
I can't even eat that many hot dogs in one hockey game, much less score that many goals. So it's just a good number. Two.
if you're hungry or miserable enough,
Sure.
if you're hungry and or miserable enough,
Right.
which most of the time in a Devils
Like-
game you are.
2.25 hot dogs. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, maybe.
Anyways, let's go on to probably what everyone was listening to this show for.
Okay.
Oh man, we are in the midst of a postseason battle between the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays, dude.
Which-
this is just
You wanted to see this battle, and this isn't even the final boss yet. So, because
everyone.
I know your final boss battle. We'll talk about that.
My final boss battle is either Houston or even then Houston would be the final boss. The final boss would be LA.
But redemption-wise, just revenge-wise,
Okay, revenge-wise, I want Houston.
this is like
Revenge-wise, I want smoke. I want so much smoke with the Astros. And dude, if it's the Rays, like if
my
the
name
Rays
is this
beat us,
is my name is Inigo Montoya. You've killed my father. Prepare to die. Level revenge. right
Yeah.
here. That's all I'm saying.
okay, so the first two games came
Wait,
and went, and
can we go back to the wild card real quick?
oh my God,
the
this
Indians game 2,
Holy
which you proclaimed on
shit.
Twitter was the best game that you've ever seen. Now, maybe you were just excited, but looking back now,
Probably the best game I've ever watched live. Yes.
okay.
Oh
Yankees 10,
my
Indians 9.
God.
Um,
It was incredible. It was one of the most incredible baseball games I've seen in my life. One of the most incredible sporting events I've seen on live TV.
yeah, huge, multiple comebacks.
Multiple comebacks.
How many
from
home runs?
both
4
teams.
home runs? 5 home runs? I lost count. Like it seemed
So
like
many.
everyone hit a home run. Stanton, Urshela, Sanchez.
Yeah,
Stanton hit 2. I mean, no big deal. No big surprise there. But he
The Stanton didn't hit 2 in that game. He hit 2 in the wild card series.
right. Oh, okay. Sorry, I read the number wrong. He did not hit 2, but this and we'll talk about how on fire he is right now.
Dude,
But multiple lead changes. You must have been sweating bullets, yelling at
my
the TV.
God.
I think at several points you turned the game off.
At several points, I turned the game off. Yes. At several points, I turned the game off.
This wasn't even game 3. I know, but your anxiety level.
Oh my God, I was sweating bullets. Oh my God, and although like bottom of the first, that came and went. It was 4. The Indians scored 4 runs.
Very
to go up
quickly,
4-0
off Tanaka, which had to
in
make
the
you.
playoffs. But again, it was raining. He got screwed by the rain.
It was raining very heavily.
It was
to
a
the
monsoon.
point where I'm like, why are they?
It was a monsoon. I'm sitting there. I'm like, why the hell are they playing this game? And of course, after Jose Ramirez doubles down the line to score a run, of course, and then they call the game. I am not trying to make any conspiracy theory, by the way.
No. Make the theory. Make the theory. It's valid. It's valid. Now those conspiracy theories have gone both ways, in my opinion, in the past. But I think the Yankees have been the beneficiary.
I think
many
all
of-
of this is
many of those.
pittance. All of this is penance for Jeffrey Meyer. My opinion. And Urshela, and they missed strike 3 on the Urshela grand slam, which my God,
they did.
And then in the top of the 4th, I just want to go with. I'm not gonna try and break it down, but
Top of the 4th, Yankees down 4-1.
Okay, top of the 4th, they work Carrasco out of the game, which is what I want them to do.
Sure.
Because the Indians bullpen isn't that strong, except for and then like the bases loaded with 2 outs. Out comes Wild Thing, James Karinchak, and I'm just like, oh no.
Wild Thing. So let's break this down. Aaron Hicks triples, so that's okay. That's
And
Aaron, sack fly brings home a run. Base hit brings home a run. Luke Voigt walks.
You
got man on first and third. Stanton walks. Bases loaded, no outs. Then
And then I
Wild
think
Thing.
I think Gardner. No, I don't. No, it was still no outs. Karinchak comes in.
Yes.
Up comes Urshela.
Yes.
Puts up a fight, and he would have gotten struck out if there wasn't a cross up. Like, were you watching that? You see that little cross up, which was right down Main Street.
Right.
Right down Main Street, an obvious strike. But I think, Perez. Yeah, it was Perez. Perez got crossed up, and then that gave Urshela another pitch, and then the pitch that he hit the grand slam on wasn't even a bad pitch. He left it where he was supposed to leave it.
But bam, all of a sudden, Yanks up 5-4.
Yankees up 5-4.
Comeback.
So many. I was in a voice chat with a few of my friends who aren't Yankee fans. I go ballistic. I start running around my room, damn near punching a hole in my wall, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, grand slam. And then so many friends of mine come out. It's like, oh, my God, did you see? I'm like, ah.
Is Cameron okay?
Like, oh, my God, Cameron.
He's fine.
I'm like, oh, my God, Cam.
He's
Oh, my God, I got that guy at Tahirian. I'm like, oh, my God, ah. And then I go tweet. I'm like, oh, the bull. I'm like, oh, my God. I text all my friends on Twitter. I'm like, oh, my God. Ah. That was the best moment.
Wait, let's see if we can find that. You tweet a lot, so this is going to be hard to... What date was that? October... No, it wasn't October 5th. Oh, it was September 30th, right?
Yeah, 30th.
Jeez, man. You tweet a lot. I like all your tweets, though. Oh, my God, incredible.
That was what I tweeted, yes.
Yes. Big capital letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exclamation points. 12 if you can count the ones that you typed after incredible. And then, of course, heart attack time. Yeah.
Then Ramirez tied the game with a double down the line, and then my heart is broken. But then pretty much they trade shots.
Multiple
they trade
changes,
blows
man.
back and forth.
It's Rocky 4 all over again.
Rocky 4 is like, oh, no!
Yeah, Sanchez homers, puts him up 8-6. Great. Then Loop Lobe doubles, ties up the game.
A pinch hit
Yep.
for Josh Naylor, and then Boone thinks it's a good idea. Well, granted, Britton couldn't throw strikes. He got Lindor to ground into a double play, which is exactly what you expected.
Sure,
as an Orioles
he's
fan.
a sinker ball hitter. That's what. Yeah, you want him then to mash the ball on the ground, get that double play. I saw this many times in 2014.
2014, 15, 16, although granted, not a lot of runners got on base in 2016.
No, but and then bottom of the 8th, Cleveland scores a run.
Painful, and then Gio Urshela made an incredible play on a screaming line drive by Gio Urshela that damn near saved the Yankees season because that ball gets by, it's game over.
Sure.
Another run scores.
Yeah.
And then who knows what happens from there because it was still only one out.
Oh,
and
well,
then,
I can pull that up.
And then top of the 9th, one of the most insane rallies ever in a Yankee playoff game. Ever. Or not ever. It was just a basic rally, but they had the bases loaded with no one out.
Yeah, Stanton
teed up for Gardner.
Singles,
Gardner.
Singles.
Gardner works the full count. He strikes out.
Okay, one down.
And then Gary Sanchez comes up to the plate. Homered earlier in this game, or feeling better. He was seeing the ball well this game. Didn't see the ball well last night, but we'll get to that.
Yes.
But he did really good in this game. Sack fly.
Yep.
Just ties the game.
So you got to be a little more relieved.
It tied the game, and then with a runner on second base, a overdue in that game, DJ LeMahieu comes up to the plate, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, I'm feeling good here. I felt really good in that situation, and sure enough, little dribbler is like, oh, you don't know where it's gonna go. It bounced like 5 times, like boop, 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 and then
Base hit.
and then right up the middle, like right under the glove of Lindor, he tried to get it, but it scored Urshela. Everyone's going nuts.
Yankees up 10-9.
Yankees up 10-9. It stayed that way. Chapman gets the 1-2 passed ball 3.
Yeah, the 4-out inning. The 4-out inning. How pissed would you have been if that run came around to score?
Oh my God.
It would have, yeah.
Gary Sanchez. Oh.
Yeah, as if he couldn't be the most hated man in Yankee in the Bronx right now. But
hey, it worked. Austin Hedges.
sigh of
Austin
relief.
Hedges checked the swing, looked over to first base. Oh, couldn't hold up. And the New York Yankees advanced to the American League Division Series, where they are currently in a tied series against their big American League East adversary, the Tampa Bay Rays. And I'd like to go over a couple nights ago. I'd like to go over Game 1 because Game 1
Absolutely. Game 1 was crazy.
Game 1 was a very entertaining night. It was a big heart attack, but it was huge. Like, it was a huge win because
same thing.
Game 2, knowing how it went, we knew Glasnow was going to deal. Game 1 was the game you were supposed to take. Snell, we know he's not exactly bad, but he's not exactly Tyler Glasnow either, and the Yankees have a lot of powerful righties.
Right. Well, they had Garrett Cole as well, who gave up some long balls, man. He's been prone.
To the G-Man Bino.
Yes.
To the Korean Babe Ruth.
Yes.
G-Man Choi, whenever he faces Cole, he gave up a home run, and it was like 3-2 Rays. We're going to leave off there.
Okay. Yeah, I like G-Man Choi, not just because he's Asian, but he looks like he just kind of lumbers up to the plate, and I'm like,
oh no, I would love G-Man Choi if he wasn't.
If he was a Yankee, well, wait a couple years, and it might
wait a couple years.
It'll probably happen.
Wait a couple years, he'll be a Yankee. He was a Yankee at one point.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. For 2017, he had his cup of coffee in the majors, had an OPS over 1, got sent back down.
Oh,
Not
man.
exactly looking good.
All right. Well, you had your shot then. So, well, if he continues this level of play, he
and
may
then
be
top
back
of the
in.
fourth or top of the third, I think, comes up. Yeah, it's top of the fifth actually. Top of the 5th inning, Kyle Higashioka goes deep, ties the game.
This guy's my MVP right here. I don't know how you feel, but it seems like he's always comes up with that clutch hit. He's mashing. He's a great catcher.
He's catching tonight. He's catching Tanaka tonight. Don't know how well Japanese he speaks, but
I mean,
all I know is that he's catching Tanaka tonight. And then Aaron Judge, he homered. I will say about Judge, he has not been hitting well. The only 2 hits have been the 2 homers,
right?
Which, granted, are very big homers. One was off of the invincible Shane
Well,
Bieber.
I mean, what do you want, man? Like every player on the Yankees to be hot because they pretty much all are for the most part.
Well, they were cold last night, but a lot of
sure.
guys, but a lot of guys were cold last night. That ends off the scoring, but we pick up in the top of the 9th when Hicks singled, Higashioka almost got thrown out. I'm hype as hell. That's the insurance run. I'm sitting. I'm like, all right. I'm in a call with a bunch of Yankee fans, and then fast forward to where gets in a little trouble, and then, Giancarlo Stanton comes up to the plate, and I guarantee Chad Curtis was sweating his balls off.
Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't,
because Giancarlo Stanton is the hottest hitter in the Yankee lineup, bar none.
Nowhere to put him.
And when he's hot,
nowhere to put him.
When he's hot, he is terrifying. He nibbled around him. He tried getting him to swing at those patented sliders. He was spitting on them. So he's like, great, great. He's spitting on my breaking stuff.
Right. Well, let's see if we can blow some by him. And 2-2 pitch.
And then where that same exact first pitch that he whiffed on, just
cranked it.
Just like, okay, I gotta pull up a sound effect. for this.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I gotta pull up.
Okay, if you have it ready,
I gotta
pull
pull
up.
up.
Please do pull up that sound effect. Let's see. While you do
Yeah.
that, I will pull up the video here after the Gatorade ad. This episode. Of the
Yeah,
Cameron Show,
just
not
like
brought to you
what
by-
what I heard when that went off the bat was this. Just that, as it was just
launched into orbit.
and
Yeah, let's rewind.
I don't mind watching this replay.
Oh yeah, just middle, outside middle, just cranked it 400 some feet, and that's the the stake in the heart, ladies and gentlemen.
And
Yankees are all
my
of a sudden up
friends and
9-3, and that's
we were watching that. Oh my God, I don't think I've ever heard a Discord call get louder. Everyone, I remember I was running around my room. It was like 11:30.
Again,
I
you're
was
going nuts.
screaming.
Again, you're going nuts.
Oh! I think that was exactly what I said. Just like when that went off the bat, like the body language, you could tell it was gone by the body language. I'm just like, oh. But Kiermaier ran, he leaped, and Kiermaier, he's known for making those big plays
but
against
there's
the Yankees,
no
but just over the reach of his glove, and it was just pandemonium because that made me breathe again.
I mean, talk about insurance runs. You had to be, the Rays aren't coming back from a 9-3 deficit in the bottom of the ninth.
Okay, I'm gonna get into this like after we break down game two, but I am going to break down something about that first game. But
okay.
anyways, let's head to game two.
Game two.
Nothing really good. Just really, this one made no sense.
Okay, explain
Okay.
this to me. Explain to me
I
the
wish I
strategy
could.
here.
I
where
wish
they
I
put-
could. I really wish I could.
Davy Garcia starts. Did I read right? The youngest pitcher to start a Yankee playoff game.
Postseason game.
Okay.
I'm sitting there. I
Great-
feel
great
good with
stats.
Garcia. I feel good with Garcia on the mound.
Great stats, pitched well all year.
I feel good with Garcia on the mound. I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, the Rays have never seen him. He gave up a little blip in the first inning.
He did one run,
But-
27 pitches, not crazy, not Tanaka giving up 4 in the first inning.
But it's manageable.
Oh yes.
And then Aaron Boone decides it's a good idea to use him as kind of a pseudo opener for J Happ, who got smashed.
Got shelled. What?
Smashed.
What? Why are they trying to be the Rays?
They're
What's
trying
going
to
on here?
outraise the Rays, dude. You can't do that, man.
You know how you've won. The other team starts playing your game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I explain this to me. Do you have any reasoning why
No,
they started to go?
no,
have they done this at all this year?
No, they haven't done. This is
So
the first
what
time
the-
I've seen Boone
Why
do
are you
something like
Why are you
this.
getting cute all of a sudden in
A playoff game.
the most
A
important
playoff
the
game.
most important game?
A playoff game. Arguably the most important game of the season so
Yes.
far. You're up 1-0. You have Tyler Glass now pitching. And what sucks, okay, if the Yankees got like shut out and blanked by Glass now and the Rays pitching, I would be like, okay, there was nothing that would
Sure.
have changed the direction of this game. But they tagged 4 on him. And by they, I mean Giancarlo Stanton. Giancarlo Stanton hit 2 home runs.
Yeah, he had all the RBIs
Just,
pretty much.
He
Almost like
hit-
every RBI.
He hit a
He's-
home run to a spot in Petco Park where baseballs aren't supposed to go.
114 miles per hour off the bat, which is like the 5th fastest either this year or ever measured. I can't remember, but we'll get back to that. And he smoked that ball.
Smoked, and it made it a 1-run game, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, come on, rally, this is happening.
Yeah, but then
And then the bats went silent. Happ gave up another run. Oh dear. And then Boone just threw out Jonathan Loaizaga and like Adam Ottavino and just throwaway guys in a 1-run game. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
right.
I can't make the sense of the move that was made to use Garcia as an opener, where the Rays were probably preparing for that. And they were trying to bait them into putting in an all-lefty lineup, which the Rays, they don't care about matchups because they know
Right.
that matchups don't mean shit. They know that matchups don't matter anymore. There's enough stats to counteract the... Hell, there are left-handed batters who do really well against lefty guys. They're right-handed
And
batters who do really well
I'm going to
against
go as
righty
far as
guys.
to say it threw off Garcia and J.A. Happ, knowing that Garcia, I mean, I'm sure he knew ahead of time they were only going to put you off for one inning. I was like, I'm gonna start. I'm ready to go 6, 7
Like, dude, yeah.
in the
it's like, really,
playoffs.
man?
And I think I don't think it's a stretch to say it threw off Happ as well. Not getting that starter mentality. It's like, well, you're like in a long man role or something. I think mentally, I've never pitched, but I imagine the preparation,
yeah.
the fire, the mentality you go in, starting, the pregame routine, everything, all thrown off because the Yankees are trying to get cute.
Dude, I
Okay.
can't, dude.
I didn't know if you had a concrete explanation for all this, but
Okay,
I
the
think
explanation, the legit explanation for
is-
it is they were trying to get the Rays to bring out an all-lefty
Sure.
lineup, and J Happ does well against lefties.
right.
And by using that kind of technique, that might have gotten the Rays to be archaic, which the Rays are.
Yeah,
far
Aaron,
from
the
it.
cheat code did not work. The secret
God.
warp tunnel
Yeah.
did not work. Play your own game. Stick to the plan.
Yeah, just like bring out your guy, let him. And even Garcia wasn't expecting too much. I was saying like, hey, five innings. we'll
Yeah,
give
a
up,
couple
like,
runs maybe. I mean,
Give
well,
like
Yankees,
2, maybe 3 runs.
Yeah, the Yankees can surmount that kind
They can
of-
surmount that easily.
Yeah, in one inning.
And against
sometimes.
Glasnow, dude, that was
In
a
one
major. Last night was a major missed opportunity because if you told me in the Glasnow start they would put up 5, I'd be like, you're
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah.
This shouldn't have been a loss. In
I-
absolutely no way, shape, or form, this should not have been a loss.
I agree.
And I know a lot of Yankee fans are crying about CB Buckner, and saying,
his zone was even up until the end was pretty bad. But I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna pin the whole loss on
yeah,
CB Buckner, as bad as he is.
oh my, more bad news. Aaron Boone just said Jordan Montgomery is the Game 4 starter.
Okay. Well, good luck.
This is the same guy who got tattooed for 4 runs
Yes.
against them at Yankee Stadium.
I remember.
This
We
was-
we
Are
talked
you
about it.
kidding me, man?
We talked about it.
Dude, oh my God, dude. This is not how I expected the Yankees to lose the series.
Yeah.
This is not how I expected the Yankees to lose the series. I expected the Yankees to get shut down, not be incompetent idiots. Montgomery was garbage all year. He was garbage. This would have been a good time to use that little bullshit opener technique. Where you throw out Garcia after
right.
Montgomery. I thought I'm like, hey, Garcia won 1 inning. He might start game 4, and I would have been fine with that.
Right.
Because even though with the season on the line, I wouldn't exactly trust him. Maybe I push up Garrett Cole for 1 more day.
Oh yeah, he can go a short rest.
That makes winning tonight way more paramount than even winning like last night, or even winning last night, because I expected to lose last night. I knew that this wouldn't have been a sweep.
Right. Well, I mean, this is gonna be obvious, but they lose tonight. How bad you're sweating pretty bad,
Yes.
especially with this new development.
Especially with Montgomery being labeled as the Game 4 starter. Especially how the Rays have been clawing to beat us in a playoff series. They're just starving for that first gasp of relevance. And they know the baseball world's going to love them for it. A Rays, Astros,
What?
ALCS, they know everybody would love them. Even though their radio guy wished that Judge and Stanton would be injured.
I saw that you posted that on Twitter.
Even
the
though,
radio
dude,
guy,
that is just classless. But the Rays are still going to be labeled
they
as
were-
the good guys.
I believe they were talking about breaking up a double play and they were talking about maybe Stan and Judge trying to leg it out
Re-aggravating
and
their leg
re-aggravating
issues.
their leg injuries, and they were
Just
pretty
so
much saying, "Is like, man,
so classless.
we they've been known to do
Disgusting.
that. But maybe we hope it happens or something like that.
Like maybe
yeah.
they hope they re-aggravate one of those leg issues.
Yeah.
I'm
Come
like,
on,
like,
Come
come on, man.
come on. That's
What kind of
that's classless.
dick do you have to be?
Yes.
If John Sterling said that,
John Story would never as much as
okay, I'm
John
saying
Sterling
in
would
the
never
eyes of
say
the
that.
baseball community,
Sure.
if John Sterling said that,
Oh yeah, he'd be raked over the coals.
he'd be crucified. Everyone would be calling him the devil. But now at the Rays, Rays radio guy does it. It's like, oh, well, they're like they're everybody thinks of them as the good guys.
As much as I make fun of John Sterling, I don't. He would never say that. He's too classy a guy to say.
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What is he? Hawk Harrelson? Like no. Like
What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, man, Game 4. If they lose, if the Yankees lose tonight,
I'm
what are the
sticking a fork
chances
in
that,
him.
like, let's throw Garrett Cole in there. Let's must win. 3 days.
You
3 days.
know, Boone is super, super,
Maybe 4 days rest.
super stubborn about rest. No, it would be 3 days rest because it was
rest.
Monday to Thursday.
Okay, right.
Even then, if he pitches Game 5, he'd be going on 4 days rest,
Sure.
which is automatically a huge stretch for Boone.
But
But
this is it. Win or go home. But
like win or go
but
home.
then again,
Win or go home.
How long is Garrett Cole signed for? Like you got
Win or go home. Win or go home. I don't care how many days rest he's on. He goes out there and pitches,
Right.
and he probably pitches well. Not for nothing. I probably just jinxed him.
He's a big game pitcher, though.
I probably just jinxed him. He did it He did it in Game 5 against the Rays last year,
Right.
where he struck out like 13 or 14, whatever ridiculous stat line he put up.
Yeah. Well, you do have this guy in the lineup. I'm going to roll here. This is Stan's second home run, which he absolutely crushes to, like,
A part of the ballpark where baseballs
it-
aren't
is-
supposed to go.
jeez, man.
Baseballs are not supposed to go there. Like, I'm watching this, like,
That's like a moonshot, man. That went
gone off the
like-
bat. That went into, the hallway.
right.
That one where
he-
that went off a table.
He hit that into Tijuana, basically. So I don't know if they'll throw up the StatCast here. 118 miles off the bat. From what I read, the fastest recorded off the bat speed since StatCast came into play
in the
2015.
playoffs.
In the playoffs or ever?
Not ever. No. Stanton's hit a harder hit one in the.
Okay, still
Stanton's hit
118
one
miles
harder.
an hour. Here we go. 458 feet. 118.3 miles an hour. That's
Off the bat.
ridiculous. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's locked in, and to be honest with you, why anybody even pitches to him, like anything hittable right now, unless these
Would
are all
be
mistake
insane.
pitches.
Would
But
be insane.
yeah, but that had to give you some hope. That brings the Yankees one run within one.
I remember
run.
looking at, especially with no outs. I'm like, all right, come on, man, just.
Now, granted, those 4 runs he's all responsible for. Those are 4.
Oh, yeah.
his 4 RBIs.
Those are his 4 runs to credit him with. But
Yes.
again, dude.
But
they kept Garcia out there, or hell, even brought Tanaka out there for Game 2.
yeah, but after that, bats go cold.
Although Tanaka in Game 3 is, if they get playoff Tanaka,
playoff Tanaka.
if they get October, the real.
It-
If they get the October Tanaka that we've been hyping up for
it is October.
God
there's-
knows how long.
There's that chill in the air.
Not
the
in
leaves are
San
turning.
Diego. Not in
well,
San Diego.
Good
It's
point.
70.
Well, at least it won't be raining.
Like it's 78
At least it won't be
all
raining.
year. It never rains in San
right,
Diego.
so he doesn't have
man.
to worry about that. So, like, I'm just saying. But the vaunted Rays bullpen comes in,
The stable.
pretty much shuts everything down.
Damn stable. My God.
Castillo, Anderson, Fairbanks. The Fairbanks made it interesting. That top of the ninth was pretty interesting last night.
Yeah, they had a
let's-
little bit of something going, and
They had a
then-
lot going. I mean, all it would have taken is one long ball, or a couple well placed hits, and it could have happened again. But Urshela walks, Torres walks, then Clint Frazier
Clint struck out
chases
on
a high fastball.
on a full count.
in a full
Swung
count.
at ball 4.
He likes those high fastballs. Usually he's pretty good at making some contact with them, but swung right through. I think it was like 99 miles an hour. I can't.
Yeah,
Can't
some
blame
kind
him.
of insane Pete Fairbanks pitch.
Yeah. All
Gary
right.
Sanchez
Now we go to
struck out.
this. Can we talk about this? So Sanchez is up. Looks pretty lost at the plate on this. Strikes out in 3 pitches. I don't know if you were yelling at the TV. I mean, I don't know what you could have done right there, but except tell him to hit better. Like,
There is nothing that you can do about that. LeMahieu singled.
yeah, good hit, solid hit. So I thought, and scores a run. So I was like,
He
okay.
scored a run. And then Aaron Judge grounded out, and
Game over.
yeah,
But they definitely made it interesting, though.
somewhat. And all I can say is that's a best of 3 series now.
Yeah, well,
We knew this was going to be a battle. We knew that they wouldn't have been swept.
yeah, you knew this was going to be easy.
They had that team is way too pesky. They are way too pesky, and they are way too good.
8 out
to
of
be
10
swept.
this year.
Yes. Granted, it was against the Yankee team that was hurt. This is a Yankee team that's completely healthy.
Right.
Well, Game 3 tonight, I'm thinking it's more of a big must-win. Like, absolutely,
Well,
it's more of a must-win knowing that Gumby's pitching Game 4. When the Rays are probably going to throw out some random Cy Young caliber guy. Who,
Well, let's check that. Have they posted lineups? And Charlie Morton, everybody, takes the mound. He was 2-2, 4.74 ERA. Right-hander. Morton allowed 4 runs over 5 innings in his last regular season start against the Phillies. He's had 12 days to rest. Has not pitched since September 25th. Going against Masahiro Tanaka.
this is a very, it's big. That's all I can say is that this is big.
I'm gonna say it right now. I think Higashioka is the X factor tonight.
Really?
Yes, I like this guy, man. And
Don't get me wrong.
not
I
only because
like
he's
him.
Asian, but I think he's got.
Okay, Higashioka's not Asian. His name just sounds Asian.
He's not Asian.
No, he's not Asian. Look at him.
All right, he's got to have some Asian in him somewhere. Yeah, he's
Oh,
got
yeah.
a little bit there. He is born in Huntington Beach, so he's not from Japan, but.
Yeah, he's California.
So LeMahieu, Judge, Hicks, Voigt, Stanton, Urshela, Torres, Gardner, Higashioka. It's a pretty solid lineup.
Pretty much the same exact lineup they've been rolling for the last
Pretty solid lineup.
all playoffs. They've just been running the same guys, just playing the hits, I guess.
And I guess if those were of any note, everybody's hitting almost around 300 or above, except for Aaron Judge, who's hitting 105. But he does have 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. So,
Yes, very.
so if you wake up that sleeping giant,
If Judge wakes up with Stanton being Stanton right now, then
and what a jeez, man, what a
dude,
Yeah,
if Judge
Voit-
gets hot, if Judge and or Voigt get hot at the same time as Stanton,
it's game over, and the pitchers don't give up 5 runs, 6 runs. I mean, they have a little cushion, is what I'm saying, for the most
Yeah.
part.
I'd like to think.
No lead is safe against the New York Yankees right now, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they have hit. They've hit.
They've
really hit.
yes, they are a threat. And I'm not saying all this just to jinx anything. I got no love for the Rays. I want to see the battle that you mentioned either last week or 2 weeks ago. New York getting their redemption against the Houston Astros.
Good.
And it's looking like the Astros are probably going to advance. I don't see any reason why they would not.
Why do the A's just keep
They're pesky, man.
like every single
Moneyball. That's why Moneyball.
every single year with Moneyball? And I was gonna say, like, if the A's were in any sort of advantageous situation, I would say ALCS, Yankees, A's was just like Billy Bean's ultimate vision. Dude, who wouldn't want to see that? Dude, like, come on, man.
Right.
Even as a Yankee fan, you gotta love that.
Yeah.
Just like, oh man, Yankees, A's, this is like a man, his life's work.
Right.
But hey, it's probably gonna be the Rays, not for nothing. That Game 2 win for the Rays was huge. And frankly, I don't see the Yankees tonight. I don't know what tonight brings, but they're losing Game 4. They're losing tomorrow.
Well, that would. Wow. Well, they better win tonight then. And that would bring up at a very exciting Game 5, which you'll be on pins and needles.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I like that they're playing straight through as well. There's no rest days, right? Since they're in the bubble.
Yeah.
So no travel days. And update here, top of the 5th. Oakland is up 4-2 on Houston right now.
Yeah.
They're facing elimination. They either win or they go home right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Your winner go home between the A's and Astros.
Yeah.
Just.
And then Miami, man. Miami. Atlanta's up 2-0 in the series and 2-0 in the. Oh no, wait, they won today, so they're up 2-0. I don't think anybody. Miami could come back though. I mean, why not, right? If they're in a real, why not?
It would be funny.
Season here. Funny. Dodgers are up 1-0, which is. I love all your Fernando Tatis Jr. love that I've been seeing online. He's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Can he spark that whole team?
I mean, he is a spark, but I gotta be honest. Like the Padres kind of remind me of the 2017 Predators. You know, where they're insanely cocky, and everyone loves them.
Sure.
For 1 year, like the 1 year, everyone kind of loves them. They think it's cute, and then they start to be cocky over the next couple years.
Yes.
And people start to get really, really annoyed.
Right.
That's where I think the Padres are going, because the Padres are actually starting to become a little irritating to me.
Irritatingly cocky.
Yes.
I think the definition of that is arrogant, perhaps.
Yes, arrogant.
Okay.
They're becoming a little arrogant.
I mean, they're facing down the.
Flam Diego.
They're facing the mighty Dodgers.
Yeah.
I mean, what else? You gotta have a little. Maybe not overconfident, but you gotta come in with something though. You gotta come in with a little swagger. However, they are facing one of my favorite pitchers, Clayton Kershaw tonight, who was ridiculous last game.
Struck out 13.
Against everything he was throwing, I watched it. Everything he was throwing was working, but it was his curveball looked like it was from like 2015 or one of the so
his 2015 curveball.
I think he's got a chip on his shoulder where he's trying to prove that he's not the guy who crumbles in the postseason. There's only one way to dispel that though, and that's to win the postseason and
to win a World
Series. The World Series. If he can pitch the rest of the series like he did the other night, I mean, watch out, man. So
oh yeah,
that curveball's ridiculous though.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, it's just fun to watch though, man. Just right off the table.
Hey, I saw Judge go deep off of it last year. That was fun.
I'm sure it was, and I think I brought this up before. I talked to Hunter Pence once. He's like, "Hey man, what's it like facing Kershaw?" He's like, "Oh man, it's." He said it was tough. I believe Hunter Pence does have either 1 or 2 career home runs off of Clayton Kershaw, and well, I'm talking about Hunter Pence. Godspeed to my man Hunter Pence, who announced his retirement about a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
So I texted his wife. I was like, "Hey, much love. Great luck." And she texted me back something which I did not expect to hear. Which she was like, "Wow, we are." I believe. Let me look it up. I believe Her exact words were like, "Thank you. We are so relieved." Meaning, I didn't know what they I don't know. Thanks, Ming. We are so happy to be retired. Was the text I got back, which I didn't expect. I thought, I don't know any major league ball players who've ever retired after a successful multi-year season. I thought, I'm sure he misses it and everything, but I think what she was meaning is, you don't have to travel anymore. A lot less stress, a lot less running around. They can do whatever they want now. Like literally, I think he's built up pretty good bankroll.
Absolutely.
I would love to see him go into coaching though, which means he would have to take up that grind again. But I think he'd be a great coach, man. I mean, he can motivate. A lot of people say, and I'll agree with them. The Giants, without his spark, his attitude, and his offense, and some of his defense, they may not have won the rings in 2012 and 2014. You can make your arguments for or against, but I think that X factor, that leadership, is something that you can't really pay for. You can throw a bunch of money at a guy who has crazy offensive stats, but a clubhouse leader, motivation, a person that you want to win for.
Yeah, that's
X
the
factor,
stuff
man.
that doesn't come with
X factor. But that's what you get every episode of the Cameron Woolley Show, though. You wanna listen to this show. You want us to win. We want each other to win. Even when we're making fun of each other. Even when my favorite team, their win-loss percentage and point differential is in the gutter, you still want to root for us. So, anyways, Godspeed, Hunter Pence.
Godspeed, man. Just hell of a career.
I did ask. I was like, hey, now that you're retiring, you cleaned out the locker and the end of the season the other day. I was like, hey, you have any extra bats laying around? Because I would really love one for the studio, and we may be getting one in here. I'm not sure yet, but if it happens, we'll unveil it here on the show.
Oh yeah,
that would be pretty sweet.
Oh yeah,
that would be pretty sweet. A real
major league bat.
Maybe it was game used. Who knows? Or not. I don't. I don't.
Game used memorabilia.
Gotta find. We gotta put it somewhere prominent. I find a perfect spot right there. You could go right there. Be within camera shot. I mean, you could go above the doorway where you have to cross it.
Oh, come on, man! In the corner behind the.
Yeah, you think? Okay, we can move.
Come on, man. Okay, you gotta one.
Stormbreaker.
Like Stormbreaker, you gotta put it. Okay, it belongs with Stormbreaker.
You're right.
And the Golden Girl skateboard.
You're right. Because this bat, if it makes its way here, is more powerful than Wonder Boy. Yeah. You're right. All right. Well, I'll find a really good spot for it. It hasn't come yet. Who knows if it will ever come? But I did put out the request, so we'll see what happens. Apparently, he's got a bunch of them. So, yeah. Anyways, Godspeed, Hunter Pence. I'll be watching all these games very closely.
Oh yeah, dude. You don't have to deal with the heart attack. You don't have to deal with the heart attack.
But listen, man, I know you're a fan, and it gives us something to talk about definitely and argue over. But last night, as the Yankees almost loaded the bases with no outs, Clint Frazier, who's been known to hit fastballs,
swing right through one that hurt.
He did, but I was hoping they would come back just because I thought that would have made things very, very.
That would have made the show a lot more vibrant.
Sure, yeah, but it wasn't all doom and gloom this week. Got 3 great draft picks.
Yeah, or not 3 great draft picks.
I mean, three decent.
I mean, the Devils are still kind of in the midst of their draft.
Oh yeah. Did they even have a second rounder? Did they trade it? Or wait, didn't they get that?
No.
That's what I thought. Again, everybody, follow at Cam Woolley Show on Twitter. That's 2 O's, 2 L's. Anytime anything bad happens, Cameron Woolley will retweet the pain, a very painful picture of him.
It was after the Rangers won the draft lottery.
Yeah.
I tweeted that after the Rangers
but now it's
won the draft
pretty much.
lottery.
We need to meme this somehow. We'll figure it out.
We should frame it in the.
We should frame it here. It deserves to be in here for sure. So.
And I said, okay, by the way, since we're on my Twitter, I retweeted something. By the way, I don't want to hear a damn thing about Giancarlo Stanton not being clutch in October. I just want to say
No,
that much.
I mean, I'm just glad that he's some healthy and in the lineup. To be honest with you, I joke around all the time that if the wind blows the wrong way, then his calf goes out or he pulls a
I don't
lower
want
body
to
injury.
hear a goddamn
I
thing.
I will. Well,
I don't want to hear
Well,
it.
you can't say anything now. It's a 5 home runs in 4 postseason games. And if he hits one tonight, it'll break the record, right? Held by Lou Gehrig and I can't remember who the other Yankee was who would hit.
I don't know.
I'll have to look that one up. But Jackson, as in Reggie Jackson. Let me look that up.
I'm assuming Reggie Jackson. Yes.
Yeah. That's a pretty safe assumption. So, anyways, that
Also, follow Let the Kids Talk.
yes, for sure.
If
Check
you're
them
from
out.
if you're from the Twitter community, the only people on Twitter will get this. If you want to hear what I think about the whole situation with Big Fly Bry, I already tweeted about that. I already made a whole thread about that. You can just burn in hell for all I care. But
I still think they need to let you talk more, but as in, living up to the name, anyways. But I know you guys got
I talk.
8 people in there.
So the max is 8 people, and we're getting a lot of members. A lot more members.
All right, eight is a lot. 8 is a lot.
Yeah, shout out to my friends. All the guys over at Let the Kids Talk. Too many to name, guys like Elijah Burks, Manny, Yankee Rants, Nick Rosato.
Yeah.
Nick Rosato, the guy I always butt heads with all the time. I mean, give him a follow.
For sure. Yeah, definitely pull them up on Spotify. If you want more Cameron Woolley, and who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Oh,
want
who
more?
doesn't?
Who doesn't want more Cam
I
Woolley?
report on Saturdays.
Who doesn't want more?
Every single Saturday.
That's awesome. Anything else going on in the sports world?
I mean,
We covered. We hit a lot.
I mean, the NBA finals are happening, but the Lakers are 1 win away from that.
Yeah,
I mean, the NFL is having kind of a having their little COVID thing. Bill O'Brien got fired.
yeah.
Dolphins cleared to have full capacity at their stadium. That's Florida for you.
That is asinine.
What the hell are
You
you
almost had
thinking?
this virus take out whole entire teams, and
You're doing the full capacity, really, man?
Yes.
That's Florida for you.
It is.
Especially after the danger of COVID has been amplified after literally the president of the United
Right.
States gets it.
and the first lady and many members of his staff. Yeah, I don't get it.
Like, really, man? It's like, the most important
I don't
person on the
get it.
planet. Yeah, the most important person on the planet got infected with this disease. Man, we should really be careful. Dolphins be like, ha, 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 ha. Ticket machine go, brrr.
I also in breaking news, Domingo German completes his 81 game domestic violence.
Domingo German. Yeah,
Has completed his 81
good riddance. That.
domestic violence.
I mean,
ban.
if Aroldis Chapman can be on the team, then yeah, just bring Herman
Well,
back into the rotation.
what are they going to do with him? Do you have any clue? He's still on the. He's suspended, came with a suspension. I guess he's still on the roster. I mean, what do you do? 18-3 last year. I know you were kind of like, but
I was a little bullish on his ERA, but again, just. I mean, I do think next year he could have a spot, especially with
Got a lot of-
Paxton, definitely, and possibly Tanaka.
leaving via free agency. Yeah, and it would depend if I guess Severino is supposed to will be back after Tommy John. So
Severino will be back. We don't know if he's going to be that first half 2018 Severino, but I'm confident in him being Severino.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, there's your breaking news. A guy who I was championing his pitching last year. I'm not championing his domestic violence last year. But
if Aroldis Chapman can still be
Ray Lewis could come back and play football. Any number of these athletes, yeah.
I just saw a headline. Scroll up a little bit into the NASCAR Truck Series news. Apparently, they're trying to make a new Danica Patrick, Haley Deegan.
There's a NASCAR Truck Series. As in,
Yeah,
I don't know anything about.
Yeah, that's kind of like the minor league.
Okay.
It's kind of like the redneck AHL.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Redneck
It's
AAA.
it's the farm team for a NASCAR.
Yeah, it's kind of the
Okay.
farm for NASCAR.
I just
If you don't do well enough, you get relegated. You gotta
yeah,
drive a
relegated to
pickup
the,
truck.
you got relegated to
You
the
got
truck-
you gotta drive a
yeah,
pickup
drive
truck.
to the truck series.
You gotta go to the truck series.
Drive for the truck series, y'all.
The only question about Haley Deegan, if you know anything from South Park, is she poor and is she stupid? Is she poor and or stupid enough? Is she poor and stupid enough to have what it takes?
19 years old.
19?
I would watch.
What the hell am I doing?
I know, yeah. Well, you can't even drive yet, right?
19.
So, soon you'll be driving. You could do your own NASCAR truck series here in Eatontown when you get your license. Her goal is
What
simple: make
the
it to the
hell?
checkered flag. I'll watch her. I didn't know that. I mean, I had no idea there was a truck series.
I
But-
don't even care, dude. She does not look 19.
If there was one thing that would make me
When I looked at her, I did not think
Looks- yeah.
19. I thought like 25 or 26.
but dude, if there's one thing that would make me watch the NASCAR truck series, it would be
Like,
her.
I have close friends that are her age.
Right.
Like, really close friends that are her age.
I would watch. I'm gonna watch the truck series now. She's racing in it. I have my favorite NASCAR truck series driver is Haley Deegan. I'm saying that right now. I've never seen her
Man,
drive,
come
but
on, man, dude, come on.
because I don't know anybody else, so and I don't care about anybody else.
Well, well, but anyway, dude,
Anyways.
whatever happened in NASCAR trucks. Well, hopefully, she turns out a little bit better than Danica Patrick.
Yeah. I think
Who
Danica's
knows? Maybe she
doing
might
all
end
right
up.
for herself.
Who knows? Well, Danica Patrick obviously made so much money off of sponsorships.
Yeah.
Because she was
Smart.
such a bad driver. She was so
Well,
bad. She didn't even win a single race in NASCAR.
Business smart though.
Oh yeah.
Business smart.
Bottom line is she just exploited her gender to. Which I mean,
Hey, man.
granted, there's
Hey, man,
nothing wrong with
Nope,
that.
not
You're
at
being
all,
smart.
man. Not at all.
Like, hey man, she became a sex icon rather than a driver, which sucks because that gives fuel to a lot of idiots that say, "Oh, she's just getting the publicity because she's a woman." I'm like, that only gives fuel to those idiots.
Right.
Okay.
For sure. So, all right. You got anything else? I think.
Well, I mean, Godspeed to the Yankees tonight.
Sure.
Good luck. They're gonna need it. Congratulations to Hunter Pence on a
Yes.
great
his,
career.
Yes. A very well
great
deserved.
career. If you look at the numbers, the two
retirement.
World Series championships.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Couple rings.
I
Four-time
tip
All.
my hypothetical cap to you.
Four-time All-Star, and who knows? His bat may bring power to the studio here if we get one.
Yeah,
That'd be
you
pretty
wonder,
cool.
You gotta replace Stormbreaker with it,
You can't replace Stormbreaker, but
dude.
it'll be a welcome addition to the menagerie, the collection here. That is a
the
shared universe.
menagerie,
Yes.
the nerd explosion.
Yes, for sure.
You have so many stuff. You gave the Korg.
Porg.
the
Porg has a
Porg,
beanie.
Porg.
Yes.
You gave the Porg a beanie.
Oh, it might get cold in here.
That is a nightmarish sight. You got the Rocky 2 poster.
Oh yeah, it's signed by Carl Weathers, man. It's signed by Apollo Creed.
Oh my
He-
god,
yeah,
dude.
signed it to me. So, I'm just saying.
Speaking
Whatever-
of Carl
what-
Weathers,
whatever you do,
Mandalorian-
don't stop the-
Mandalorian
Oh, he's
season
so
2.
good. So
Mandalorian
good.
season 2.
So good.
Is it? I think he's directing it, or he's directing it with Jon Favreau.
Oh
I
man,
think.
I would be down with that.
Dude, Carl Weathers has been so good.
He's the man.
I'd say that he said Mando. That's the
Mando.
new. That's the
Mando.
new. That's the new stallion.
It is.
Like, oh, stallion, stallion.
Yeah.
Stallion, you gotta get in shape, stallion.
Come on, Stallion.
Then, if there ain't no war to fight, then the warrior may as well be dead, stallion.
No pain. No pain. No pain.
No, that was after he died.
I know.
Yeah, it was just like. Yeah, those were like famous last words.
No pain. Yeah.
Those were famous last words.
Yep.
Yeah, before Dolph Lundgren happened to.
Yeah.
Before he killed him.
Trauma.
Anyway, so yeah, again, Godspeed to the Yankees. Godspeed to Hunter Pence. Devils. Let's hope those prospects work out, and whatever is ahead for the New York Football Giants. And congratulations to the LA Lakers on winning the NBA championship.
Already it's been called. Put your bets down, everybody.
Anyways, from Ming Chen, the Shared Universe Podcast Studio. Please remember to like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. You can see whenever I upload new episodes of the Cameron Woolley Show, new content, new clips, new whatever. Also, follow Let the Kids Talk on Twitter. Bunch of great guys. Go on Spotify. Follow the podcast there. Let the Kids Talk. The Cameron Woolley Show also on Spotify, but also on Spotify, SoundCloud, on a lot of platforms. And if you're listening on SoundCloud, please, God, just go to YouTube. That's where I want all of you to listen. But if you are listening on SoundCloud, great. I'd love to continue being the top podcast on a shared universe. And yeah, I think we're number one.
Oh yeah, definitely in episodes and listens, I believe. So yes,
Yeah,
let's keep it going.
We're number one.
Number one.
Number one. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, I'm Cameron Woolley. Stay classy, New Jersey.